confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
I had somebody today say, well, trout aren't even worth it because they're so bony. The whole point of this recipe we're going to do today is I'm going to show you really how you eat a trout, because if you cook it right, they should just fall off the bone. So I have my frying pan over here. Of course, I'd rather be doing this over a campfire, but since it is winter, we're just going to do this in the kitchen today. Now, I personally like to use this coconut oil because it's a lot healthier for you, and I think it has kind of a sweet flavor. Of course, you can use butter or bacon grease or anything else you have. What we're going to do is we're going to just get this up to temperature here, and then we're going to drop our trout in. Okay, so we have our grease sizzling. What we're going to do is drop our trout in there and let those cook for a minute. Now, if our trout start bending all over the place, then we know, of course, that we have way too much heat. Okay, so our fish are staying flat, so it looks like we have our temperature just about right. I'm going to give it a few minutes before we flip them over, get a nice brown on the other side of them. Okay, looks like these are just about ready for a flip. They've been cooking for a couple minutes here on this one side. I usually flip my trout more than once. And I kind of find that once you get a nice brown on the one side with a good amount of grease, then they won't stick to the pan. So you see how I have a nice start on that side? It's kind of got a little light brown on it. So this is going to be a lot simpler recipe than I normally do. I'm just going to salt and pepper these to taste. Give them a little bit of garlic and onion powder on each side. A lot of the time I like to use fresh herbs, especially dill on fish, but I don't have any fresh dill today, so. And this is probably more like what you'd have out camping anyway. It's just some garlic and onion and salt and pepper, so. Get a nice coat of onion powder on there. Get some garlic on there. Okay, so now we got some seasoning on the one side. Let's get it flipped over so we can get some of that seasoning down into the grease. Oh yeah, those are looking great. Get a nice brown on them. I'm gonna season this side too. Watching the grandkids today. Here's the baby in the background. That's a little Bentley. Okay, so I just did another flip. Look how nice and brown those are getting. You see you have the fins and stuff still on the fish, but see, they'll just pull right off of there. You don't even have to do anything with those. Some people like to eat them, but if you don't want to eat them, you can just pull them over to the side of your pan. Come right off of there. Okay, I think we got our fish cooked just right. Now for the test. If you get this cooked just right, then it should just pull right off of the bone. See how that bone's staying there? You just take your fork and you just kind of push the meat out of the way, and it just leaves that rib cage right there. Now we got our official taste tester here. He's going to get a piece of that meat and take a taste. We'll see if he likes it or not. There he is. This is Tim. He's an official fish tester.
Yum.
So what do you think? Do we cook it right?
Mhm.
See, if you get a little teeny bone like that, you just pull it out of your mouth, huh, bub? This kid can eat a whole fish himself.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. There is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment.